between the Tennessee a first down carry.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a Temple program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
Yeah, a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft.
Yellow, 180. It's coming this way, Here we go.
On second down, here's Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Work defensively, brings up 4th down. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Check. 12.
Now Rivers. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go,
And the Colts coming out now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, This one's going the other way.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The rushing numbers last week for Cohen. 22 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing Rivers. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able.
Yellow. I don't think you got it, son.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Mahomes firing complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Push him back.
Big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
It reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Check 31, check 31. Hey, Rocket. Orange 5-4.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now Cohen. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
What tight end? Even. 4 down. Even. Wait, 89.
They go play action. Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Cohen. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Rivers on the money, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. The defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Ready? Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. 4 down.
Running on first down, Eckler. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Rivers. And Ginn's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Rivers. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Now Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Change redefinition settings.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it. Past the 50.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
What we got?
Play action now. Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Back 390, 180, 50. All day, baby, all day.
Rivers now from the 50. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the... Goal line at the 1-yard line. Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. On play action, it's Mahomes. It's over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And again it's Mahomes. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Rosas puts this one through. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Rivers. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
1st down, Rivers. Green with a catch left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They try again with Cohen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rivers hands off to Eckler. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 29, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because we...
Yellow. I got little lady. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 38, Mahomes. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
180.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Rivers now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
17 got it. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And able to find Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Cohen. Behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the gun, Rivers. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers throwing the out route and complete. That's Green.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And Ginn's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the give, this is Cohen. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 17th touchdown.
Yellow, there's a water, right? Take me out. Here we go. Watch out, watch out. Okay.
Mahomes now on first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very solid gain of 27. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Bruce Irvin, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Try to punch it in with Smith. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Ito Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of the times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That time, a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
On the handoff, it's Cohen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Rivers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. A strong safety, Barry Church, all over that one and knocked it away.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be...
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football, so I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Out come the Titans now. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
4 down. Watch number 29.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Blocking the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Right. Slack 15. Max 50. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so,
And it'll be 4th down.
well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. This one fielded at the 5. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the